I am Mrs. Tuno, the director of the school, directress of the school, and we have existed for 47 years in total, moving from preschool, primary, middle school, secondary. We also have an extension theological seminary, Covenant Theological Seminary, right? I have served the community for 57 years prior to that, the American school, and I thank God for all the progress and the number of people we've been able to serve, over 46 nationalities worldwide. So we thank God for this community and what He is doing to bless them. And thank you again for being present with us. Allow me to present Mr. Ajete Fumi, educated in Ghana, who has served the school for 34 years, and in the Department of Social Sciences. Who else is present? Mr. Emmanuel, King's College graduate in computer science and mathematics. Madam Success, Department of Science, specialization in biological sciences, master's degree. Mr. Victor, also now in the area of humanities, English and visual arts specialization. Also Ms. Theodora Beckley, graduated in Ghana. Actually, 3 teachers graduated in Ghana system of education. And 1, 2, 3, yes. And Mr. Beckley, Mr. Fumi, Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Victor, and Ms. Theodore Beckley has graduated from the educational system of Ghana, and they're working with us here in Togo. So that's the staff. Madam.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm really grateful you made time for me. My name is Araba Botre, the Executive Director for Admissions and Financial Aid. I'm here on behalf of Ashesi University, as you can see. Ashesi is an Akan language in Ghana that means beginning, the beginning of something. We're 24 years old this year, and the university was born out of the deep passion for our founder, who's currently our president, to see a new Africa. He studied in Ghana up to secondary school in Achimota, one of the top secondary schools in Ghana. And then he got a scholarship to Swarthmore in the US to study engineering. Worked for some time, 9 years with Microsoft, decided to come back to Ghana. And when he returned, he said he was very disappointed with a lot of things. The fact that there was a lot of corruption going on. And anytime something didn't work and you tried to find out why, it pointed to the leadership. Then, around the same time, statistics show that only 7% of the youth or the young people moved through secondary school to university. And these people became the corporate bosses, the big men. So if the problem eventually goes back to the leadership, then for him, it meant that the way we were training leaders had to change. So he thought about starting a university that would train people differently, that would train people to be ethical, knowing the right thing and doing it irrespective of whether somebody's looking at you or not. The second issue we wanted to address was the issue of unemployment. Everywhere you go on the continent, there are a lot of people who have graduated from universities, they've gone through technical, vocational training, but there's a lot of unemployment. So then this university was set up to address these 2 key issues, among other things: ethical leadership, entrepreneurial leadership. So ethical leadership, as I said, knowing the right thing and doing it whether somebody is looking at you or not. Entrepreneurial leadership was to give our students that entrepreneurial mindset and the skills they need to start their own businesses and create employment. So they don't always have to go and look for a job. But even if they have to go and look for a job, they have the skills and the mindset that when they get their jobs, they will do it so well and turn it around that they will leave the place better than they met it. So that was two things, the entrepreneurial mindset and entrepreneurial skills. And so for 24 years, we've been training students from over 35 countries in Africa, from all the way from the Gambia, you name it, through South Africa, Mozambique, East Africa, Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, in West Africa, Nigeria. We've had a couple from Lome, but we're hoping to get some more. But for us, we believe that is in bringing these young people from across Africa together and training them to live and work with each other for 4 years. We're living the dream of a united Africa, where they have colleagues from everywhere, they can work together, and they all bring their various countries up in a better way. Eventually, Africa becomes the better for it. And today, I can tell you, we have students who are Ghanaians working in Zimbabwe, Zimbabweans working in the Gambia, Rwandans working in Kenya. So then we've held that kind of mobility across Africa, so that we find out that we all have the same or similar challenges. How do we work through them? So we have a very unique mission, a vision of a new Africa, but we believe that education is that catalyst to the new Africa that we're looking for.
Amen.
And so we take pride in very rigorous education, but knowing that we don't know it all, we have partnered with universities across the world, mainly from the US, to build our curriculum. So UC Berkeley, University of Minnesota, Swarthmore, different universities. When we're starting our engineering, Olin College, the top engineering in the US, we work with them to craft our curriculum such that what you would have gone out there to study is what you'll be studying in Ghana. Right? And we also have a lot of relationships with Microsoft, with Google, with other who get their staff sometimes to come and teach. So it's not just technical or book knowledge. We have practical aspect of it, and for each subject, we have people who are teaching in the class. We have industry partners coming in to come and talk about the practical aspect of it. We also do a lot of field trips, so our students can go into the companies and see for themselves what is happening. We have a very vibrant career services department, and they are helping students to know, who am I, what is my personality type, what will be the most appropriate work for me, helping them to craft their curriculum vitae, the CV. We're teaching them skills in interviewing every year in March. So last week, we had career fair. So each year we bring companies from across the world to our campus. So since COVID, we've been doing 2. The first one is an online, where companies like Microsoft that cannot come down are online, talking to our students, engaging them, and our students get offers for internships. Some go to the US, go to UK, go to Sweden, different places, do an internship, and come back and continue their studies. In some cases, they graduate and they've been offered jobs across the world. So we have students who are locally trained in Ghana, but they work all over the world. And for us, that's very important. Before I leave, I will share something, and each of you will get one. Examples of where the Ashesi education can take you. Just a few examples of where our alumni have gone and where they're working. And you will see on that somebody is working as an engineer in the US, another person is a PhD candidate at Carnegie Mellon University in the US, another one is a US AI engineer, robotics, somebody is a systems analyst in the UK, somebody is working in Canada, somebody is working in Ghana, started his own business, another one is working in Belgium, and they came from different countries, studied in Ghana, and they are all over the world. But even when they are working outside Africa, most of their work is focused on Africa. So somebody may be working in the Bank of America, but they're working on supporting businesses in Africa. We try to tell them that we try to train our students so they have a passion for Africa. We all want Africa to be better. We don't want all to run away to the US or the UK or to the West. But how can we make Africa better? It's by the skills that we develop and the passion for Africa. So we are very big on Africa. And so our mission is to train ethical entrepreneurial leaders in Africa who have the passion and the courage to effect change. And they think about one another. So it's not just individualistic. We also encourage you to think about other people. How do you support people? We have what we call the Ashesi way. We have scholarship, leadership, and citizenship. And the scholarship, we're talking about continuous learning, asking questions that broaden the conversation. And the leadership, we're talking about harnessing the talent of others, helping one another. A leader is not necessarily the boss. We have a 4-year leadership, mandatory leadership curriculum alongside whatever major you're doing. So you could be doing computer science, another person could be doing business admin, somebody could be doing engineering, but all of you will take the 4-year leadership course. So at the end of the 4 years, you have your certificate, but you've also been trained as a leader who knows what is right, is willing to do the right thing, whether somebody is looking at it or not. So we have that leadership pillar, and then the last pillar is citizenship. Thinking about the long-term implication of your actions today. Remembering that whatever you do today has implications. So it makes you aware and helps you to do the right thing at the right time. Of course, we also believe we need to have fun as human beings. And there are very clean ways of having fun. And for you coming from the Christian, but I am a Christian myself, but we invite everybody from various religions. We learn to live together, but we learn to have fun even as we study as well. And so we look for very brilliant students from across Africa because our mission is on Africa, but we also have exchange programs with some of these universities I mentioned. There's a process you apply, go through, and you can do a semester abroad in Sciences Po, in France, in Malaladen in Sweden, in Swarthmore in the US, in various universities, University of Minnesota, Arizona State, different universities. And they also send students to us in Ghana to come and so learn and then go back. So they are pure exchanges. In some of them, you don't pay anything. Whatever you've paid to Ashesi is the same. And you can go to the US for a semester without extra cost. In a few of them, there's some extra cost, but it means you can plan ahead and do internships during the long vacations and save some money. So we try to teach students to be resourceful, no matter the major or course you choose to do. For us, the bottom line is that Africa has to be better than we came to meet it. So it's the big picture, the vision of a new Africa, with education acting as that catalyst to bring us to that place. And then training the young ones who will one day be the corporate bosses, the presidents, the ministers of state, such that when they get there, they are properly equipped.
Wonderful.
So by now you will realize that this is not a typical university. We have mission driven and we're student centered. Whatever we do is to make sure the students are comfortable but also responsible. It's very important to us. That said, we have currently 10 undergraduate programs. 5 of them are in engineering. So we have mechanical engineering, computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechatronic engineering, and then electrical, mechatronic, computer engineering, mechatronic, and there are 5 of them. I'll leave information here for you. We do have some. And then we have 5 others. Law with Public Policy is one of our new programs. We're not just doing law for the sake of doing law, but we're saying that law with public policy because we're hoping our alumni will go into the public governance space. They will be ministers, and they have not just the knowledge of the law, but the spirit of the law, which is not necessarily punitive, but to help build a society. In the 4-year leadership program, we talk about what is a good society, what makes a good society, different leadership styles. And the final seminar is leadership as service, servant leadership. So we require all our students to go in groups of 4, maximum 6, into various communities. Listen to them, identify challenges or problems, come up and decide on one that you want to tackle with the community. And then at the end of your period, they can own it and then sustain it. And then the students come back and write reflection papers. One of the things we've learned when you read the reflection is the students typically go out thinking, oh, we're going to solve their problems. But they end up realizing that the communities have an idea of what will work. It may be pooling together resources or putting together things in a more strategic way. And so they also learn. And what that does is that when they become corporate bosses, they know to work with the people they are serving, not to lord it over them. So law and public policy is also helping us in that direction. Then we have economics as a major. If you look at Asia, most of the countries in Asia actually took their best students and got them studying economics, and when they came back home, they were able to turn the economies. Malaysia, you name it. And so we feel that if Africa has to progress, then we need to train strong economists who can manage the economies of our various countries. And so we have these 10 majors that you can choose from. But we have a multidisciplinary approach to learning. So in the first year, you do a bit of everything. We know people, students who come in are quite young, 16, 17, 18, yeah? They're quite young. And it's difficult to just push them into a subject that they're not too sure of. So in the first year, we allow them to take a bit of everything. So somebody will come in saying, my intended major is computer science. But then, by the time they are done with first year, they've done a bit of business, they've done computer science, they've done a bit of coding, other things. Then they decided that even though I came in wanting to do computer science, I'm more suited to business administration. So I want to go that way. We allow them to change. But whatever they've done in the first year is still important and counts towards their degree. Somebody may come in wanting to do business. After doing a bit of coding in computer science, I want to combine the two, computer science and business. And so we have a program, Management Information Systems, and they can do that, which helps them fulfill their own. So they take informed decisions, not because I've heard about business, but they've tried it a bit. But everything you do over the 4 years is important. We know that students are coming from diverse backgrounds, and settling down is important in a new place. So we also have a counseling department that when students come in, every student has a mandatory 30-minute conversation with the counselors and the coaches. And we try to see if there's any potential source of problem, how do we work with you? If there's none, we let you know you're free to come talk to them anytime you have a challenge. But then it works, they can also go, there's academic advising. You're struggling, your grades are not as good as you want it to be. There's an academic advisor you can go to talk to. The coaches help students with managing their time, creating their personal. Everything is done to make sure that the student succeeds. We do not want to set anybody up to fail. We have a 24-hour health center with a doctor who comes in twice a week, a fully functioned. There's an isolation unit for, so we are a whole community on our own, and we make sure that not just students, staff and faculty also thrive. It's very important to us that when you come, it will be a home from home. The first 2-3 days may be a bit shaky because it might be the first time you're going away. But trust me, by the end of the first, second week, you would have adjusted and you'll make friends from all over Africa.
Wonderful.
Yes, so thank you for having me. I will pause here. I let some things out, and I'm going to see who's going to tell me what I left out, ask a question, and then I'll give you a prize. Thank you so much.
The floor is now open for questions. Ashesi is the Executive Director for Admissions and Finances. We have several students waiting to enter university, but our main concern from being from large families, as many as 5 in a family, is financial assistance.
Right.
Their capabilities, Mr. Vice President, for example, is ready for university. And we need financial assistance. So what type of finance and what are the qualifications for those who are qualified for it? If you don't mind answering that.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So for Ashesi, again, we believe that finances should not be a barrier to good and quality education. And so once you are smart, got good grades, and you meet all the entry requirements, then if you need financial assistance, we try to meet you at your point of need. So currently at Ashesi University, 50% of the students are on some form of financial assistance. 25% out of that 50 are on what we call comprehensive scholarships. They don't pay anything at all.
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive. It means it takes care of your tuition, takes care of your accommodation, 3 meals a day, medical insurance, anything, books, everything. You don't pay anything at all. In fact, in some cases, they're even giving some pocket money. But then it's based on need. When you start the application, an application is online. Ashesi.edu.gh. Again, I'll leave some material for you. Once you start the application, there's a point where you are asked if you want to apply for scholarship or financial aid. If you tick yes, there will be follow-up questions that constitutes the scholarship application form. So you don't have to fill 2 separate forms. It's the same form. We will ask you where your parents are, what work they do, if they work in the formal space, if you can bring us their pay slips or any bank statement, and then tell us why you need the scholarship. Make a case for it. If you get admitted, you meet all the criteria, your folder is sent to the scholarship committee, and they will also look at the circumstances. We will call and do a quick interview, not more than 30 minutes. In fact, for the admission as well, so it's, if you apply for scholarship, the interview will cover both general admission and the scholarship. They take notes, they will review everything, and then decide on the kind of scholarship to be awarded to you. The interesting thing is that we have had students who say, or applicants who say, we can pay 50%. So I need a top up of 50%. Through the conversations and reviewing the material, we realize that 50% is a stretch. They might actually struggle if we give them only 50% and we offer them 70%. On the other hand, some people have said we can pay 50%, but our analysis show they can pay more than that. So then we'll say we'll give you 30%. So we do a lot of analysis and meet you where we think. And then in some cases, they say we cannot afford anything at all. And we are happy if we confirm that to give you the comprehensive. So you tell us how much you can afford to pay, give us whatever documentation you have, and then we will do our homework. And then there are times we even do home visits. So if I can't come to Lome and I have a colleague or some network here, we can ask them, can you go and verify the situation in this home, so we know that indeed they cannot pay, and then we will pick it up from there. So we have a very wide range, from the comprehensive to as low as 30% tuition discount, or sometimes 100% tuition, and then you can pay for the other things.
Thank you very much.
And we do a lot of fundraising to support. The university itself, as part of our corporate social responsibility, we do the waiving of the tuition fee, 30%, 50%, but for the comprehensive scholarships, we do a lot of fundraising, and we have donors who give us money to do that, to support students. It's always about not just the fact that somebody cannot afford to pay, but they have to be brilliant. We have to see potential and say, we don't want this potential to go waste. We're willing to support you.
Other questions, audience?
No question? Yes.
Yes, thank you for giving me the floor to speak. My question is quite simple. You mentioned field trips. So, are the field trips, do they vary between different majors?
Yes, they do. A field trip for somebody in engineering will be totally different from somebody in business admin. And then even within business administration, if the topic or the subject under review is marketing, it will be different from if it is new product development or research and development. So depending on what topic is being treated, the trip you make will be different. An engineer may go into Nestle to see automation. How are they working with the machines? Somebody from business administration will go into Nestle, but may want to see their sales process, their marketing process. So it could be the same institution, but different areas within the institution. And some of them may go into the port and harbors to see how the cranes and things are moving, because they're doing mechatronics, engineering. So it depends on what you're studying. Somebody who's studying law with public policy may want to go into the court to see procedures within the courthouse. So every program has its differences, yeah, in terms of where they go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Question? Ask your question, before you leave and go other place. Yeah, they will not to ask question. Okay.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Based on what I've read, Ashesi gives courses for engineering and computer science. So my question is, for students who want to go in the medical aspect, does Ashesi also provide courses for them?
Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, for now, we don't have any courses in medicine. The closest we have is biological engineering, which combines engineering that could be used in the space of medicine and other biological, but we do not have a program in medicine. It's been discussed, it's heavy duty, a lot of cost implications. Yes, and for now we're not there yet. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being here. In Ashesi University, what are the courses here in the university?
Anybody can answer that for me? She's asking what are the courses. Anybody can answer Not all, at least one or two. I mentioned what courses. I call them majors. It's the same as the courses. Yes.
Thank you for giving me from courses at Ashesi University Studies Engineering, Law, and Business Administration.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, engineering covers 5. So you got that. Thank you very much. With the comments. I give you that. Wow! I just Any other questions?
You are looking back.
Thanks again. Does the Ashesi University offer master's program or only undergraduate?
Thank you very much. We do offer master's programs. We started just about 3 years. This is our 4th year. Our first master's program was in engineering, mechatronics, and it was co-developed and taught with ETH Zurich in Switzerland, one of the best schools in the world in terms of engineering. So the faculty come down to teach together with our faculty. And we graduated the first group. They did a 3-year master's program in mechatronics engineering. They graduated last year. Some of them have gone on to do their PhD. In fact, ETH Zurich took some of them on, and they're doing PhD there. Hopefully they'll come back and join our faculty, and then we have a stronger team. We also have a master's in intelligent computing systems, which is under computer science. So it's data science, AI, security, a whole lot of things, but within the computer science domain. We started that last year, and last year we also started the Ashesi MBA program, Masters in Business Administration program. So we currently have 3 master's programs. Ashesi actually started with 3 programs 24 years ago, but we have a very intentional growth plan. So we think about what is relevant, what is needed, and then we create a program. We have what we call the corporate council, made up of representatives from different sectors in the work of world. And they come, we meet them at least once a semester. They talk about what is needed out there in the world of work, what new fields are needed, and then we craft our programs together with them to fill a need. So yes, there are MBA programs all over, but ours is very unique. We use the case study. So we take a company, what are the challenges in running that business, and look at different aspects. And we bring people. In fact, currently there's one company that says, use my company, a CEO, chief executive officer that says, use my company. These are challenges. Help me find solutions. So it's very practical and hands-on, just like we do with the undergraduate programs. But we do have 3 business programs. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Another question.
You're letting him ask all the questions. Come, and then you get a prize. Wow. For engaging.
Yeah, but won't you ask questions to get your own pen?
Yes, ask.
Ask your question.
So you mentioned that you get students students ready for the outside world, for working environments. So do you actually have direct links to job opportunities?
Right. Thank you very much. So, first of all, we believe that teaching somebody to fish is more important and better than giving them fish. If I give you fish today, you eat the fish, it's finished. If I teach you to fish, you can always go to the river or to the sea, and then you have the skills to catch fish. So you never go. So we do not directly give jobs to the students, but we give them the skills that allow them to showcase what they can do so they can attract jobs, right? So we will teach you how to properly write your CV. We will teach you, apart from the classroom technical knowledge, we will teach you how to behave in an interview, how to dress properly, right? We do speed interviews, we do a lot of things. And we bring the companies to our campus so you can engage them. My very first year at Ashesi University, 13 years ago, we had a career fair. And I saw two young ladies asking one company, they went to the stand, what do you look out for when you're employing people? And the lady was talking, said, the young lady stopped. Interestingly, she was from Nigeria. She said, okay, I hear you, but all companies look for what you're looking. What is unique about your company? Why should I choose to work with you? And I was amazed. First year student, asking somebody, why would I choose to work in your company? That skills we're building. So now she goes away with knowledge of a particular industry and what is unique to it. 4 years down the line, if she wants to apply for a job there, you think it will be easy for her because she has knowledge. So imagine for 4 years, you're interacting with 60 companies or more each year. It means by the time you are ready to look for a job, and one of the things that we are very excited about, on a continent that people talk about unemployment, we have over 95% employment for our students 6 months after they've graduated, which is amazing. 6 months after they graduated, well, 95% or more of our students have jobs, whilst others are still looking for jobs. It's because of the skills and then the networks we've allowed them to build. So they finish first year, because we know we've not taught them enough, we don't allow them to do an internship. They do what you call job shadowing. So I want to work as a journalist. Ashesi doesn't have a program in journalism, but you have broad skills. There are different sectors or departments within the journalism company, or so you go there. Maybe I want to follow the editor. I want to see how they work. After 2 weeks, you say, okay, this is good. Another 2 weeks, you can go to a law company or something. But it's all learning, building skills, and getting knowledge. In the second year, after we know we've taught you a lot, we allow you to go and do internships. It could be paid, it could be unpaid. Some companies will pay you and give you an internship. Some of them will say, well, we can't pay you, but we allow you to come in, learn, and gain experience, right? So doing this for 4 years, by the time you graduate, you have connections in that company, in other companies. So we will not directly give you, but we will equip you to find. Is that a good thing? Yeah.
I wish you, sorry to
That's okay.
to go to the YouTube of Ashesi.
Yes, yes.
Because it's through there I came to realize a lot of information. There were once, I saw one lady from EcoBank,
Okay.
and he had a conference with the students. And there were some students who came from Legon, also joined, and it was a good conference. I just saw it and I was looking, instead of going to TikTok, I was exploring all these things. So I prefer in the leisure time, you can also go there and then see a lot of things and see how to make. There I saw one Cameroonian lady, or Cameroonian or Rwanda, who said, when we are coming, make sure you are not lazy. You hear the assignment is hard. They will give you more assignments, so prepare so that you have more assignment. So I'll ask Mr. Emmanuel and Mr. Baker. Yeah, Mr. Stono is doing it very well. Give them more assignment. So
it's a lot of work.
Students don't like assignment.
A lot of work, but it builds you. So when our students graduate and they start working, when their colleagues from other places are complaining, there's too much work, they're like, this is no work, because they're used to the hard work. And that's why they also rise. You will find out that within 3-4 years, they get promoted above their peers. And they become bosses. 10 years down the line, some are CEOs, they're in top position in their companies because they're used to doing the right thing and doing it well. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Madam Araba, for comprehensive talk. And according to you, what you said, the school has a lot of programs, very intensive and extensive. But after doing all this, do you have a time for extracurricular activities to wind up?
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, one of the things I mentioned earlier, the Ashesi way, is having fun. So we believe that the children will not forever be 16, they won't be 18 forever. One day they'll graduate into the real world and it might be tough over there. So we have a lot of recreational activities. We have football, which is soccer, everybody.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a Premier League at Ashesi, Ashesi Premier League, and we compete. We even have a female football team.
You didn't ask this own shoe, special one you asked me to buy.
So we have that. In fact, the top performing team is managed by a female. Their coach is a female, right? So there's basketball. There are various clubs, we call them. You can join any club of your choice. And the other thing is that if you are interested, let's say in dance, and there's no dance club, we allow you to form one. You have to get at least 10 people and get a staff or faculty to agree to be your patron, and then we allow you to form the club. So you are not restricted. There's a music group, Ashesi Chorale. It was started by a student. I remember years ago, he's currently in the US. He finished Ashesi, went to Rwanda, Kennedy Mellon in Rwanda. He did his master's there, and he's now working at Goldman Sachs, one of the huge financial institutions. When I interviewed him, he said, do you have a music group at Ashesi? And I said, no. He said, oh, I would like to start one. I play the keyboard in my church. I'm very much into music. I love, and we said, why not? He got admitted. He came in and started the Ashesi Chorale. Now the group, of course, it changes each year because some graduate, new people come in, but they sing at all the major functions of the university. Other people invite them out to functions and they sing. Sometimes they get some money so they can buy equipment for themselves. So there are a lot of clubs. We believe you should be part of at least 1 or 2 clubs, so that when it gets busy and it gets frustrating, you can go somewhere, relax a bit, and come back. We have a big football pitch. Some students jog and run, especially the students from East Africa. They're used to a lot of physical activity. And we sit on top of a mountain. So you can even use the street and just to do your morning exercises. It's up to you, but there's a lot of extracurricular activities.
Go to the YouTube, you see.
Please go to the YouTube or just do Ashesi videos. You will see a lot. Students have done a tour of our campus. 2 students, Mbani and Dufu, came together. They did the tour and it's been videoed. It's there. You will see alumni where they are now, what they're doing in their companies. There's so many videos. A virtual tour of Ashesi. There are hundreds of videos there. Some of the lecturers are talking about the work they do. And we have some corporate people also talking about why they're involved with Ashesi and why they think it's a place to be. We even have some parents who are excited and they've asked us to video them so they can tell other parents about. And sir and madam, what we also do is that depending on the institution, if you have a PTA meeting, we can zoom in with the TV and we talk to the parents as well. Because we can talk to the young ones, the parents also need to understand So for the past 5 years, we've been doing that for PTA meetings. We speak to them, maybe in a room like this, there's a TV, and we will, I may be in Ghana, but we talk to them, they can also ask questions.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
On the YouTube, I think on the internet, I saw something like 2022, Ashesi was ranked in Africa
Yes.
to be the number 9
Yes.
university in Africa, or number 10. So, about 10,000 university, you
Yes.
rank number 9
Yes.
in Africa. How is it?
So there are different metrics for ranking. In the US and other places, most ranking is done based on the amount of publications. Lecturers have published so many. But we decided that Africa, is it the publications that is important to us? The different things that, in fact, that's why I'm here this week. We started what we call the Education Collaborative. Everybody says Ashesi is doing well. How do we bring other stakeholders in higher education together and share good practices so we raise the standard of education in Africa? And it's not just Ashesi as a small university, right? So each year we go around, and so we worked with Times Higher Education to say what is important to Africa. We interviewed over 1,000 people, including market women, students, lecturers, staff, high school, universities across Africa. And we're asking them, what are the challenges you think in Africa, or the problems of Africa? Interestingly, corruption was stopped. Then unemployment, the very things that we were set up to do. We also asked them, what do you think universities can do about these problems? And they told us, build capacity, do this. What do you think, why do you think universities are not doing these things? Because they don't have money, they don't have, and based on that, we put things together and say, okay, if people think employment is important, let's start a ranking system that looks at what is important to Africa. Employability, good management, a number of things. And then after a few years, we decided to start the African ranking. And then we were ranked number 9. Interestingly, 2 years back, we were ranked the first in terms of impact. The impact that our alumni are having on their various communities. So it's not just us, we've got a third party. We didn't want to be our own judge. And Times Higher Education has done ranking across the world. So we asked them to work with us. Very good.
Thanks for giving me the floor. Please, what's the meaning of Ashesi?
Who can answer that for me? Okay, you haven't. No, she hasn't spoken. Yes.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Ashesi is an account which means
Beginning. Thank you, clap for her. Thank you very much. Ashesi means beginning. And for us, we're saying that a new beginning for Africa, but also when you join us as a university, it's a new beginning for you. You're going to learn new things. It's the beginning of a new journey, a new phase of your life. So we call it the place of many beginnings. Yes.
So are you trying to say that Ashesi is the biggest or the best university in Ghana?
To me,
It's not the biggest,
To
but
me,
I
I
say
can say it's the most appreciated and best.
appreciated.
Yeah, because my child is there, and also I'm taking time to scrutinize and things. And sometimes you'll be studying and crying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The workload, the workload.
And sometimes I'm on gym.
We have a gym
And then they have a
facility.
gym, they have basket,
Yeah.
they have, what do you call it, football,
Ping
a
pong,
lot
everything.
of the ping pong. I said, wow, why can't you say, Then it's a little, what do you call it? In other schools you can have it, but I think maybe they are not up to 30,000, 20,000, where they can see you only once when you present your teams. But this will have seen them working together.
So we are a very close community. We are, in fact, we are about the smallest in Ghana, 1,800 students. Compared to other universities, 50,000, 60,000, yes. So we know virtually everybody. We tend to know each other, and a student will call and say, Auntie Araba, my roommate has not been eating well for the past 2 days. Then I'll say, let's go look for them. We look out for each other because we're not that big. We're able to support each other. And remember, we're training leaders for Africa. Not everybody can be a leader. And so we focus on bringing the best students together and nurturing them. So our aim is not to be a huge university. Some places, I mean, University of Ghana, I think it's about 70,000 students. One department alone takes 2,000 students each year. But the entire university at Ashesi currently is 1,800. So we're small, but we're very intentional about what we do. Very, very intentional in the support we give, in the nurturing, beautiful campus, green all over the place. We harvest rainwater, we have borehole, and we treat it, and we drink our water. We're not on the national water grid. You know, we do have, yeah, on a hill. Yes, so
how do you get water?
Yeah.
It's a big campus, more than 40 or 50 acres.
We have 100 acres. We've just developed about 45, and we have some more. So we're very intentional too about expansion, right? We started, as I said, with 30 students. Now over 24 years, we've gone to 1,008, but it's been gradual and intentional. I have been in higher education for 25 years, 13 of which and Ashesi. I have seen what we call massification of education. You open the doors, everybody comes in, quality goes down. So we are careful. We open, we can control, manage it. We open, get to know what the challenges, open. So we're intentionally growing. It's been at a slow pace. We're going to go a bit faster now, but we've learned what the problems are. Remember, when you open, you have to hire new faculty, you have to have buildings, you have to have support systems in place. In the past, we used to have one nurse. Now we have a whole health center because we have, in the past, by 6 p.m., we're closed in terms of the health center. Now it's 24 hours because students, we have more students, and we want to be sure at it. In fact, now we've become inclusive. We have students who have hearing impairment, they're deaf. We hired sign language interpreters who go to class with them and work with them. We have a whole accessibility center where they have assistive devices. Some of them we put on their phones. So text, speech to text. So as I'm speaking, if there's no sign language interpreter here, they can see it. It transfers my speech into text, and they see it. And they're in the rooms with people who are able-bodied just like you. But they learn. So we are all learning how to sign at Ashesi because I need to be able to communicate with them. One of the most beautiful things I've seen was last year. A deaf student entered the classroom and his mate's computer science class started singing happy birthday and signing happy birthday to him. He was so shocked. But that's the kind of inclusive community. They knew it was his birthday. They went out of their way to learn how to sing happy birthday in sign language so he could feel welcome. We have students who are refugees from across Africa. I've been to so many refugee camps. They did not choose to be refugees. Do we give them a chance, or do we continue ignoring them? So we bring them, we support them. Some are in their own countries, they are internally displaced because of wars. We bring them. When there was the Ivorian War, we had Ivorian refugees in Ghana. We brought some of them into the university, different things. So a very inclusive people, a young lady in wheelchair, she's going to graduate this year. Secondary school, she was, when she came to us, she was virtually crawling on the floor. We're like, no. That's how she went through a secondary school. We helped, she had a manual wheelchair, we got her a motorized one. So now she can go everywhere by herself without any, it's dignity of human beings.
Amen.
We want to make sure anybody who comes to us feels welcome and feels part of the community. So, all right, I think I have talked a lot.
We're
And
going to another school.
Mr. Vice President, can you give a few closing words of thanks?
Yet again, thank you for coming to this. Yet again, thank you for coming here to give us such insightful words, such education on the Ashesi way, on the how things are done in the Ashesi University, the origin of the Ashesi University, and how intentional the growth has been so far. We look forward to staying in contact with, in touch with the Ashesi University, and yeah, we hope you have a good rest of convention.
merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me. Really grateful.
Thank you so much, madam.